Okay, today we're going to be multiplying decimals using an area model. We're going to start off with this word problem. Jason purchased 12 books at the book fair. If each book cost $17.45, how much money did Jason spend? We're just starting off by annotating the word problem.
We would normally also create a what I know, what I need to know t-chart to figure out the operation that's necessary. We're going to skip that because we've already spoken about this word problem deeply. So we're going to jump right into the context and the operation.
Wow. If each book costs $17.45, that's the phrase that stands out most to me.
Mm-hmm.
That tells me that one book costs $17.45. So if one book costs $17.45, I think in order to find out how much money 12 books cost, we would need to multiply. What do you think?
Absolutely. And I was even thinking, I'm not going to draw it, but I could use a ratio table just to prove my thinking, because one book is $17.45, so two books would be twice that amount, etc. And I'd go all the way up to 12 books. What strategy were you thinking to multiply?
I'm most comfortable using area model. Let's start off by writing an expression.
Let's go ahead and do it. Remember the difference between an expression and an equation.
So it will be 12 times 17.45.
And I love using area model, but I'm also most comfortable with fractions. So I think that'll be a really great strategy for us to use.
So if we want to use an area model with fractions, let's decompose these numbers.
Great.
So that we can do that.
Do you want to decompose the 12?
Sure. You decompose 17.45.
You know what I'm thinking right now?
What?
That if we struggled, then we could have used a place value chart to find the value of each digit.
Absolutely. So it looks to me like our area model should be 2 by 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go ahead and draw that.
Okay. And I'm just going to label these two expressions as equivalent expressions.
So now we're going to go ahead and use our area model to solve. We'll use our knowledge of whole number area models in order to do this.
And last time we did decimals when we were checking, well, when we were dividing, we did decimals and fractions. I think this time we're okay to just use decimals and add up our partial products at the end to really push our thinking. What do you think?
I totally agree.
When you're multiplying something like 2 times 500ths, to make sure that you are computing correctly, you can add the 1 as the denominator so that you do 2 times 5 and 1 times 100 to then get 10 hundredths. And I think we can use the color red to rewrite each one as a decimal and then put it into a place value chart. Ms. Young, what makes this problem really great, or anything like this, is that if we don't know how to turn all of these into decimals, we can use individual place value charts. Good thing is that we've been practicing it a lot, so we feel pretty confident.
Absolutely. So far I've turned all of our fractional amounts into decimals and left our whole numbers as whole numbers. Right now Ms. Patel is just writing all of our partial products into our place value chart.
Before I add them, I want to make sure that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 partial products. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
All set.
If I wanted to, how can I make this more organized? What do you think, Ms. Young?
I think you could add zeros as placeholders. That might help you add things up. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. And I think we can model it for the first two and then not for the rest, just so you can see that both options are fine. I noticed that we are missing one thing here. We're missing our decimal point, which we would have added in. So now 0 hundredths all the way down.
8 tenths plus 5 tenths plus 1 tenth will be 14 tenths. Carry our 1 to our units place. 1 unit plus 4 units plus 4 units will be 9 units. Don't forget your decimal point.
Thank you.
7 tenths plus 2 tenths plus 1 tenth will be 10 tenths. Carry your 1 to your hundredths place. And 2 hundredths for your hundredths place.
We are using a word problem today, so we need to make sure that we label this and interpret this correctly before we check our work. $209.40 would be our answer. Please make sure that you have this 0 in the hundredths place because we are working with money, and we would interpret our work, Ms. Young is doing that right now, as Jason spent $209.40 on the 12 books.
Great. We've also boxed our answer and labeled it final answer to keep our work very organized.
So we're gonna step out for 30 seconds so you can just take a look at our work, and when we step back in, we're just gonna set up our check, but we're not actually going to do that. You can do that on your own, and if you're stuck, you can go to the dividing by decimals video to check. So right now you're thinking, is there something I don't understand? If that's the case, ask us, email us, text us, call us, or ask us during breakfast, lunch, advisory, recess, or closing advisory. We're going to leave our answer, just the numbers, so we can refer to it.
I'm going to actually turn our expression into an equation.
Oh, that's great.
And write that 12 times 17 and 45 hundredths, or $17.45, is 209 and 40 hundredths, or $209.40.
Notice how she's being really careful with her vocabulary. She's reading it with the context of money and without it to understand her tenths and her hundredth.
So in order to check this, we need to rewrite our equation.
And I know that when we check our work, we can use a second strategy. We can use the same strategy or the inverse operation. If this was multiplication, what operation do you think we should use?
We should use division, the inverse operation of multiplication.
Okay.
So let's start out with 209 and 40 hundredths. What should we divide by?
I think we can divide it by both, but let's go ahead and divide it by $17.45.
Okay. And let's set it as being equal to D, or our
One of our factors, which was 12.
right, our 12.
And you could have chosen any letter here. Another option you could have used, Ms. Young was asking, is $209.40 divided by 12 books to see that the value of each book is still $17.45. Two options that you can use, and we can put another letter. There you go. When you are dividing, make sure you label the dividend, label the divisor, check if the divisor is a whole number. Notice that it isn't for the first one, but it is for this one. Follow all the steps to make sure that you get the correct answer. If you don't, gotta go back and check your work. Maybe there was a math mistake, or maybe you forgot one of the partial products. Use this to practice both multiplication and division. Good job today. Really excited to see your great work.
Good luck.